Happy Monday, it's Madison. I'm here today with some studying tips that could have helped me last year and should help me this year. So tip number 1 is that if you get distracted by listening to music, chew gum instead. Most people listen to music to add like a background noise so they're not just doing this in silence, and so they have something else to sort of focus on, I guess. But it is too much of a distraction for me because I just want to listen to it. And I obviously don't want to do my homework. Same goes with like watching videos or watching TV. Just chew gum instead if you get distracted by that stuff. But if you don't get distracted by that stuff and it works for you, then go ahead. Tip number 2 is that if you find yourself getting distracted while doing your homework, especially if it's like a late night, then stand up and do some jumping jacks. They increase blood flow to your body, which is helpful considering you've been sitting in the same position for the last couple of hours, and it also provides your mind a little break. Tip number 3, this one is purely from experience. Do not do your homework when sitting on a couch or a chase lounge or just a really comfy like recliner chair or your bed. You will fall asleep. And when generally I would always wake up around like 1 in the morning, I would fall asleep at probably 11 or 12, and I would wake up at 1, and I just had no motivation to finish my homework. I was just like, well, I guess I already kind of fell asleep. I'll just like pack my bag and set up my clothes and just go to bed. And that happened every time. So I just ended up doing my homework in class, and it would be rushed, and I wouldn't be thinking it through. Do not do your homework sitting in a comfy place because you'll just kind of lean into it and then you'll be asleep. Tip number 4, I think, is the most important one. When you start doing your homework, start with the stuff you struggle the most with. The school day should be fresh in your mind and you might be able to remember the information you learned in class. And as it gets later in the night, you just want to be able to breeze through the easy stuff. Also, your parents might be up to be able to help you with that, and anyone else you might want to ask, so your friends or maybe like relatives. Like I have relatives who are teachers and I have asked them for help before, and at that point you might be able to maybe email your teacher and ask them for help. Start with the stuff you struggle the most with. Tip number 5, this one is sort of specific. If you need like a break when you're studying and it's still light outside and you have dogs, I would go take them for like a short 20-minute walk because they'll be happy. And it just kind of clears your mind. You don't need to think about it. You can just watch your cute dogs walk or like look at the nature. And it's actually really like nice and peaceful, and it calms your mind, especially if you're stressing. Yeah, it calms you down, and it's just kind of peaceful and serene, and it's the perfect break. These were my 5 tips on studying your best this school year. Thanks so much for watching. Press the like button and subscribe for bi-weekly videos on Monday. See you all later and have a marvelous Monday.